Hello there, you, and welcome back to PA Harness Week. This past Saturday was a very big night, as we said, at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. Also very emotional, as Earl Beal Jr., who was the former president of the Pennsylvania Harness Horsemen's Association, sadly passed away way too young a couple of years ago. But this inaugural race in his honor for $500,000 really lived up to his name, because it was a beautifully run race. It was really terrific. And Sharla McBride will tell you more about the man, Earl Beal Jr.
Earl Beal Jr. was a horse owner, trainer, and former driver, and worked for decades to help improve Pennsylvania harness racing. Earl passed away a few years ago, and last Saturday at Pocono Downs, the Earl Beal Jr. Memorial was held in his honor.
It's just a wonderful tribute to him, because I know how much he loved horses. That was just his life, and I know this would mean so much to him.
The 3-year-old open trot held a purse of $500,000.
Earl and I go back probably 40 years. Earl was through the tough times here at Mohegan Sun. He was involved in the off-track wagering back in the 80s, the full card simulcasting in '93, and then in 2004, the slot bill. And he was very instrumental because, as you know, you saw us in Harrisburg many, many times, protecting the horsemen in regards to health insurance, retirement, and he was really the guy who promoted having the Breeders' Crown here.
It leads up to the sort of the Kentucky Derby of trotting, which is the Hamiltonian, and this being the first year, the quality of the races that we had for this year are unbelievable. It's a great field, and it's a true testament to Earl.
Earl Beal Jr. was instrumental in building up harness racing in Pennsylvania. When I asked his good friend and colleague Sam Beagle about why they decided to do this memorial, he said it was a no-brainer to do something for the man who gave so much back to this sport.
That was real easy. Excuse me. Me and Ron Batoni thought of that.
Is this a great way to honor him?
It sure is.
Honoring Earl, 9 drivers took to the track looking to win his race. And it was Dave Palone who took the lead with Dejarmbo early on and kept it throughout for the victory, winning one for Earl.
Quite a night at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs for a terrific man, Earl Beal Jr., who will not soon be forgotten. And we now look forward to next year's second renewal of the Earl Beal Memorial Trot. And now it's time, betting public, to get your bankroll all fattened up, because our handicapper Susan is here with As the Wheels Turn.
Thanks, Steve. Well, there's a big race up for grabs today at the Meadowlands. Race 3 is the Titan Cup, and they're going for a purse of over $220,000. In this race, I like the 5, Slave Dream. He trotted super last week in 52-1. With him, I like the 6, Arch Madness. Now, for my second pick, I'm going to go to Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. Their feature race is the Open Pace. In this race, I like the horse with the rail, Transcending. He's been super all year long for trainer Ron Burke. He's made over $100,000. With him, I like Drop Red. That's my picks for the day. Now it's time for a break, but when we come back, you're going to go in the bike with us to Indiana and the Meadowlands, so stay tuned.
Big Bad John leads for home. A Custard the Dragon from the pocket to challenge.
Welcome, good old Sunday. No love when you don't come. Welcome, son, welcome, welcome. Welcome to your place in the sun. Welcome to your place in the sun.
Hello there, you, and welcome back to PA Harness Week. It is a Saturday afternoon. Hope it's going well for you. It's time now to go in the bike. First, we'll go to the Hoosier State. Indiana wants me, Lord, I can't go back there. But if you have a harness horse and he's a good 3-year-old pacer, you bet your butt you can go back there. And with this action, $500,000 in the line for 3-year-old pacing colts. Here's Heather.
Okay, yes, this is the Hoosier Cup. Now, this is the final edition of the race. Did you know that?
No.
After this one, no more Hoosier Cups. This is it.
What?
So, it has to do with purse structure and things like that.
And
For another show, folks, for another show. Okay, but let's see what's happening here. All right, who do we got? We got Big Bad John, 6-5 favorite. He's like all the talk in here because he just came from Canada in the North America Cup, racing against like the top horses in North America. But George Teague Jr. sends 4 behind the gate. We've got Custard the Dragon, Feel Like a Fool, Winking at Ya, and Wind Me Up.
For the back, the trailer Wind Me Up as they reach the half. 53 and a 3 as they race onto the far turn. Hot pace here set by Big Bad John. Big Bad John by a length. Custard to the Dragon, and now to the inside, follows in second. Here comes T-Trick with Towns Light Hanover to the outside. He's first up, attacking third, and back to the inside, trapped in fourth as they reach 3/4, Winkin' at Ya. Outside, second over, racing in fifth, Samandar, 3/4 and 123. Big Bad John leads for home. Custard the Dragon from the pocket to challenge as they come to the 8th pole. Big Bad John, Custard the Dragon, looking him right in the eye. And out of the center of the track, Winking at Ya. Less than a 16th to go. Custard the Dragon with the lead. Winking at Ya. Outside, here comes Alsace Hanover with the rush. Down to the wire, Custard to the Dragon. Custard the Dragon wins it.
Custard the Dragon and Montreal Teague, they blow by the field to win. Okay, Montreal's dad is, of course, George Teague Jr. Montreal, just 20 years old. He is the youngest driver to ever win the Hoosier Cup. This is actually his biggest win to date as well, as it should be because he's 20 years old.
And he'll also be the last driver to win the Hoosier Cup.
That's correct.
Of any age.
That is correct. Good point. Okay. You might want to know how fast they went if you didn't catch it. 150, that's also a stakes record. Alsace Hanover and the young Scott Zeron, they were second. Winking at Ya, third. Feel Like a Fool, fourth. Big Bad John, fifth. So George Teague Jr. takes home first, third, and fourth.
But is he happy?
I knew you were going to ask me that. I'm pretty sure he is. Okay, and this is the third time he's won the Hoosier Cup, by the way.
And Custard the Dragon, by the way, went off at 8.5 to 1. So he paid some good money. And they talked about him being one of the top 3-year-old colts in the country, the Teague barn that came out of there. And their neighbors he used. You should know this. Okay, the Meadowlands, the $40,000 Titan Cup Elim, and arguably the world's best trotter, Arch Madness, took on 5 rivals, including Slave Dream and the Ron Burke entry of Buckeye St. Pat and 4-Star Speed. But in the end, Arch Madness beat him like a pack of dogs. Brian Sears never lifted a line, and Arch Madness jogged by 3 in 151 and 3. Slave Dream second, Buckeye St. Pat was third. Remember, the $235,000 final is tonight. You'll catch it here next week. Okay, a couple of things. Don't forget tomorrow here at Harris Chester, the $500,000 Ben Franklin Elim. This is as good as it gets. You can bet it here, on track, or at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs, either place, but get down on this action, okay? On a very sad note, I have to mention that a good friend, Bill Fedati, who was a former sports writer for the Philadelphia Bulletin and the Daily News and publicity director at Garden State Park, and one of the all-around good guys, sadly passed away Monday. It was a pain in my heart. I lost a good friend, and racing lost a great ambassador. Rest in peace, my friend. And for all of us here at PA Harness Week, including my partner Heather Moffett, Bruce Casella behind the camera, I'm Steve Ross, reminding you to get high on harness.
It's only natural.
Explosive Matter wins the Colonial easily.